I'm Colby.
And I'm Katie.
And you're listening to
What Would Teachers Say?
All right, boys and girls, school is now back in session after the long-awaited return. The What Would Teachers Say podcast is back. As a reminder, my name is Colby, and this is my partner in crime, Katie. Hey, Katie, nice to see you.
What's up?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a hot second.
How have you been? I haven't seen you in 2 years.
Well, I had a baby.
Oh, yeah, we had a baby, and by we, I mean Katie had a baby.
Baby girl.
All I did was help hold a leg and a hand, and
I don't even think you did that.
I don't think I did do
you
that
didn't do
this
anything.
time. Well,
you
I
were
did.
Consumed by soccer.
I did something. Yes, I was consumed by soccer. I was voluntold that I was the head coach 2 years ago for the boys varsity soccer team, and not to toot my own horn or anything, but we had the best season ever in the history of the program. But you
need to toot your horn. You spent a lot of time.
Yeah, I was in the hospital
on
my phone. We still had games going on. It was in January, right in the middle of our season, and
mind you, I'm in excruciating pain. Our little girl came a week early, very fast.
Yeah, this was a new one. The last one, we were like rolling in there with our suitcases, getting comfortable. And this one, we were pulling in on two wheels. And
with my bag barely packed.
Yeah, I don't
even think I had anything.
Yeah, we don't need to give them all the details of our pregnancy, but go ahead.
You were on the phone.
Yeah,
while I was pushing.
A teacher and a coach's job never stops. It never ends. But we are excited to be back. This is something that we enjoyed doing a couple years ago. And we just wanted to get back into it because it helps us to cope with the stresses and the frustrations of being one of the most important professions in the history of the world, which is social media influencer. No, I'm kidding, which is
being an educator,
being a teacher. And we're all teachers in some capacity, but in the most traditional sense, I feel like it's one of the most important professions, aside from keeping people safe, like police officers, and keeping homes not from burning down, and other things like firefighters and so on and so forth. But yeah, we're back. We're excited to bring to you season 2. We're looking to get into and to experiment with some different types of shows and talk about some unique topics, and we're just really excited about it.
Okay, so let's get into today's topic of choice, which is the end of summer scaries.
Ooh.
Specifically, the dreaded back to school email. And to make it all worse, I'm used to getting mine maybe the week and a half before we actually go back for pre-planning. But I got mine the day after the 4th. So July 5th, I got my back to school email, which, I'm going to be real, gave me a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
Now my mind is just all over the place.
Yeah, I'm getting anxiety as well, just anticipating and waiting on mine, because after you got yours, I am one of those people who over the summer I disconnect my email from all of my devices, so I'm not even tempted to even look. So I just peeked at my inbox. I hope my boss is not listening to this, but I peeked in my inbox and just looked and see, if I got mine. And fortunately, I have not gotten it, but I have gotten a lot of spam from a whole bunch of different teacher things. But
well, give me credit. I'm not just checking my school email because that's something I enjoy doing. I've had to check my email because I'm writing curriculum for another company. So I've been having to check my email to make sure I'm getting those emails and meeting deadlines and all of that. And that's the only reason why I knew that I had my back to school email. Not only was it beautifully laid out, beautiful font, It also had links to our pre-planning schedule, our district's meeting schedule for one of the days that we're back. And then it said, but make sure you enjoy the rest of your summer.
Yeah, let me throw that. Oh yeah, by the way, sorry to put all this on your plate and get you anxiously thinking about it for the next 2.5 weeks or so, but yeah, enjoy that. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize that teachers, for the most part, I mean, some teachers are a little bit different, but there are a ton of teachers that actually still are doing work related things in the summer. So it's not just like, oh, May whatever 10th kicks in and we are out of session until July 28th or whatever the date is, the end of July. Now, but there are other teachers like me that I've been fortunate here the past couple years to where I haven't been involved in summer curriculum or sport related events in the summer, and so I've enjoyed my summer here recently, past couple years. But you, I feel like that you're always working.
I am always working. That's a flaw. Like, I feel like I can never turn my teacher brain off. Like, I love creating things,
Yeah,
and I loved creating the curriculum, and I had to redo things for this company because of the change in the standards
right.
this year for math. So I had to do some adjustments to the year's worth of curriculum I'd already built from scratch. Um, but then as soon as I got that email, my brain starts moving. That's why I sat down and I started getting supplies ready for our 5-year-old,
Oh
soon
Lord,
6-year-old going to kindergarten, and bought all of his supplies. And then that made my wheels start turning about how I want my classroom set up and how I want my meet the teachers things to look like, and all sorts of things. And I'm out of words. Like, I don't even know, because my brain is like a squirrel. It's ding, 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 ding.
can I ask you a favor?
What?
Can you please not ask me to build you anything this year for your classroom or to move heavy things for your classroom or install something for your classroom? You always see those memes like, uh, tell me you're the husband of a teacher without telling me you're the husband of the teacher. And the husband's like building things in a classroom and decorating a bulletin board. I have my own things to do with my own classroom.
You have never decorated a bulletin board for me.
This is
Yes, you
true.
built my desk and you built the
Excuse me,
table.
desks,
Desk. You built
desk.
me one desk.
Well, a
And
desk and
then
a
you
table.
got,
They're the
you
same kind of
mess,
thing.
you wouldn't let me finish.
Sorry, my bad.
You built that long table that's in the back of my room, by the way, which I've gotten many compliments on both of them.
That's right.
And I'm excited to tell them that you did it.
That's right.
And I didn't buy it. Like, we bought the supplies, obviously, but you actually built it and I painted and stained. But you've never done a bulletin board.
That's true.
Like, never. I'm the one that spent hours putting that daggum burlap all the way around
Yeah, I remember that.
and let me just tell you, it's staying there until I just get the big itch to change it. And let me just tell you, that itch isn't anywhere near at this moment. So I was not expecting it this soon.
July 5th is pretty early for a back to school email. I
Like,
will
and
agree.
for it to say at the end, enjoy your last few weeks of summer, I'm like, oh, but I have a whole month. We don't go back to the last day of July this year. And I don't know. It just kind of, well, butt hurt, if I can say that.
I think this is a G to PG rated audience. So, what are some other things that you start to anticipate about the back to school hustle and bustle? Is it really like, is it meet the teacher? Is it what kids are going to be in your classroom? Is it who are the new teachers going to be? Are you going to have to be a mentor, or
Oh,
is it
I
kind of
already
like,
know.
or is it kind of like all of those things wrapped up into one? It's just a little bit of everything.
It's everything. And I know for this year, I'm not only assigned a mentor for a new teacher that's on the grade level, who's been a teacher in our building, but it's new to our grade level.
Right.
And then we have a brand new teacher coming in. I'm not her mentor, but I'm the other girl's mentor. But I'm also going to have a student teacher.
Ooh, fun.
Kind of.
A
I
student
kind
teacher.
of felt, I don't know, I felt obligated to do it just because I did it at my prior school and I was like one of the mentor teachers. But anyway, and I'm on leadership and I'm grade chair. Like it's just all the things.
Oh,
And then
Helen knows the owner.
I'm not bragging by any means, but it's just all of those things. And then me being a perfectionist of making sure I have everything ready and a roster thing. Yes, rosters are already out for teachers to see. And I haven't looked at it, but my teammate has. And
They're
I,
they're already warning you about them.
and like, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know, but I don't want to know.
Right. I always like to kind of make my own observations or make my own feelings about the kids without any preconceived knowledge. But like
It's hard.
sometimes you go to your grade level below, or you go to your other colleagues who had them the previous grade. Like in high school, I'll go and talk to whoever teaches biology, or if I, obviously I also teach biology, but if I know someone like the freshman and I teach sophomores,
Yeah.
I'll just be like, hey, who tell me about some people up in here. But then will give them, always giving them a clean slate and just see how things act, because man, from freshman year to sophomore year is a huge growth.
Well, that's the same to fourth to fifth.
Yeah.
Like I see most of these fourth graders on the playground because we overlap with our recess times.
Right.
So most of the fourth graders I've seen and interacted with on the playground. But as you know, kids grow up in a short period of time, especially over the summer. They lose a lot of things, but then they gain maturity and they're just a different kid. So I'm hoping that's the case with some of the ones that we have for next year, or I've been told that we have for next year.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it's kind of a whole bunch of things wrapped up into one. And then I'm a little jealous that you have a student teacher. I always liked having a student teacher, except for one time. But for the most part, 2 out of the 3 of my student teachers were honestly very helpful.
They usually
Because
are.
yeah, because there's a lot that like needs to go on. You kind of dread having one, because it's going to be extra work where you're having to like you know, type up evaluations and do all those little things. But at the end of the day, it's like, hey, can you go run some copies for me? Or hey, can
Can
you
you watch?
grade this?
Yeah.
Can you watch these kids? I'm about to poop my pants. Can I, go to the bathroom? So from that standpoint, it's pretty nice to have them. I'm
But
kind of
it's
Go ahead.
sorry to interrupt, but it's kind of a catch 22. It's like 50-50 shot. You've got a 50% chance that you're going to have somebody that's eager, that's willing just to jump in and wants to be all about it. And then the other 50% chance is one who just wants to sit
In
and
the
be
corner,
told
yeah.
what to do, or just sit in the corner, has no initiative or
Watch
anything like that.
Netflix when they should be grading.
So I don't know. This one is one that's just going to be like 2 days a week and then like a full week on. And I don't know if she'll like continue on with me for like her full blown student teaching. I don't know, kind of a dip in the water. It is a positive. She found out that I was going to be her mentor teacher, and I got an email from her
Let's go.
in
Reaching out.
end of May, beginning of June.
Taking initiative.
So
I
she
like
already took initiative, and I'm a terrible person. I have not emailed her back yet.
And you've been checking your email. Oh,
my
goodness.
I cut myself off from any of that sort of communication school wise. I only had to do the other because I was being paid to do it.
She's probably going to think that
I'm the most amazing thing in the world.
Okay, yeah. She's already got she's probably having anxiety and stuff right
No
now.
way. She's probably living her best life.
Let's hope she is, and not like
And she could care less because I will email her towards the end before we go back because I'm hoping she doesn't have to be there because I need to get my life together before I even let somebody else come in and be like, what do you need me to do?
Yeah.
What should I do? Should I sit here? I can't stand that. Like I gotta get my life together before I can help somebody else get their life together. And let's be honest, I don't even know how to do that.
No, I know that. I live with you. So speaking of getting your life together and things that you need to do, I want you to tell me, like, what do you do? What's like the first couple things that you do when you get back to school? Are you one of those that you got to get your classroom in order first? You got to do the digital things first. You got to make the copies first. You got to get all the kids meet the teacher, packets and baggies and folders together first. Like what is your like to-do list in order? Like what's the first things that you usually have to do or that you want to do to make yourself feel like you're actually getting back into the swing of things?
Well, after I sit in my chair and stare at the wall for a hot second, let's be real, and me having to get myself together and the fact that I'm back in my classroom, after that point, I like to get my class organized first, meaning like I need the tables set up. I don't have
Yeah.
desks. I have tables. I can't stand a desk unless it's a brand new and it's one of those cool looking ones. No, I bought tables because I have huge children for the most part. So setting the tables up, get my small group area ready, just the physique of the room,
Yeah, the
because
physical components.
other than that, like it just drives me nuts to have things just stacked up in one corner like we were supposed to put them. So that's really the first thing.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I like to get in and I like to put in my headphones and close my door and honestly lock it because people will be thinking they just want to come and talk to me about how the summer went. And
Because you like to talk, you like to
I
talk.
know, I know. That's why I like to have to close the door
You need one of those
and
notes
put.
that says don't talk to me or I'm tempted to talk
I can't
back.
help
I
myself.
can't help myself. Don't do it.
Yeah, I like to get my desks and all. And sometimes, honestly, like we've done this in the past. We've actually gone up like a day or two
Yeah.
prior and just have done those things that require a lot of physical labor, like moving desks around, getting all of our little trinkets out of our desk and putting them back on the
I
desk,
think
and
that's very helpful.
dusting and Cloroxing everything and just making it look like we remember. And then I feel like it's kind of like one of those things like, as the Chinese say, you got to get that feng shui going again. And then once you kind of feel comfortable in your physical setting, then your mind is able to work.
Yeah, but let's be real for me. I'll sit back and I'll look at it and be like, nope, don't like that. And then I sit there and I change it like 3 times before I even get it the way that I want. And getting it, I mean, it's just, I'm a hot mess when it comes to that. I change my mind a lot. It's helpful also to go up there, like you said, prior, because you feel like you've already accomplished something when you've actually gone back when you are supposed to be there to
Right.
actually do something else.
Because usually those times are
Meetings.
yeah, they're completely filled with meetings. And I know in elementary, y'all, I feel like y'all are having meetings all the time and rarely have enough time to set your classroom up and stuff or do the things that you personally need to do.
Which is what parents see when they come to meet the teacher. Like that's their first thing is like how the room feels and what it looks like. And
Yeah.
I feel like we don't ever have time to like get all of that set to where you're setting the tone of what the kids are going to experience on a daily
Yep.
basis. Which
Because you
for
can only
me,
make one first
yeah.
impression.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like we said, we are excited to be back. We're going to try to put out an episode every. What do we want to do?
Monday, didn't we do it every Monday?
Yeah, we did. Everybody start your week off, but I think we ended up actually throwing them out like Sunday evenings.
Yeah.
So what? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think we should do
If anything changes, I'll put it on our Insta.
on the Insta? And if you aren't following on us on Instagram, we are not influencers by any means necessary. We're not following the rules like, oh, you have to make so many posts and reels, and we're just doing this as a way for us, meaning myself and Katie, to have something that we do together that we enjoy doing. The stuff that we talk about, again, like we say before, is not fake. All the stories are real, just the names are fake. And we just want to be authentic and just express and share with you guys just what it's like to be a married couple who teach and who are raising kids and kind of give you, that kind of that story and maybe laugh along the way. Hopefully, not ever cry along the way, because if we're that kind of podcast, I'd probably quit. We're not sharing any
Just
sad stories here,
lighthearted.
just all lighthearted and all laughing based. So I think that's what we'll probably do. We'll probably still say start your week off right. We'll put them out Sunday evenings, and that way you can listen to them throughout the week if you so choose to do. But Honestly, I don't know even where our podcasts are going to be located anymore. I know we'll put them on YouTube. I think Spotify might have them, and I don't know if Apple Podcast ever went through. We'll have to check on those things. But YouTube is a great place to go, and just check it out on Instagram, and we'll link to you wherever you find podcasts. And with that said, thanks for listening.
And remember, it's summer. Leave the teachers alone. Class dismissed.